Hello, hello. Hi. Sure, I am streaming on all our social. Hi, my name is Attorney Michelle Perez. I'm one of the founding attorneys here at Saavedra Perez. We are streaming on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Just make sure Instagram is going live. There we go. Yes, I am here to answer any immigration questions that you have. About anything. The new parole in place, the PIP from Biden was released this week, and officially applications have been submitted. They're being approved, which is amazing. We're working fast on the cases that have already signed up with us. So if you believe you are eligible for the new Biden PIP, parole in place, please give us a call for a consultation. There's a lot of news that is coming out this week as to when you cannot apply and if you qualify. And sometimes if you have a clean record, one illegal entry, never left, no other issues, never been in immigration court, and you apply for the Biden PIP, and you should be good and you should be granted. I've seen where some attorneys have had clients with provisional waivers, 601As, that have been approved, and their Biden PIP, parole in place, is being approved fast because they've had a provisional waiver pending. So what it's looking like is that people that have had a 601A pending or maybe have been approved, those are getting processed faster is what it's looking like. It's only been a week or less than a week, but that's what I'm seeing. Okay, we have a few questions on TikTok that I can answer. Okay, Nelson, you have a question in Spanish. Me llegó la documentación de buen fe por la visa U hace 3 meses cuando me llegaron el permiso de trabajo. Todo depende. El buena fe, normalmente en los meses que después de el buena fe por la visa U va a venir el permiso de trabajo. Que yo sé normalmente viene en el mismo mes, si no en los próximos meses, pero usted tiene que recibir ese permiso de trabajo pronto. Stephanie has a question. Has anyone who applied Wednesday heard any news? I've heard people getting approved within 24 to 48 hours. So it really depends on your immigration history of your 10 years. And I believe it depends on really how easy it is for immigration officers to approve your application. And that's how fast it will go. And those that have 601As approved or processing, I really believe those Biden PIPs are going to be faster approvals than normal. And if you have a criminal court case for trespassing and hit and run, should I wait to apply? Yes, I would wait to apply. If you have a pending charge, I would definitely not apply. They have already released regulations on those that have pending criminal court cases, and they are not eligible at this moment, and they will be denied if you have a pending court case. What they want to see is the disposition of that court case to see if you are eligible. I've attended a few stakeholder meetings with USCIS where they've shared some information about criminal history and how they're going to determine if they'll give you a Biden PIP. They straight up said on Monday that if you have a felony case, they will not approve it. Now, when these new laws come into play, it might take some weeks or some months for us to see what's being approved, depending on the client's history. So if you do have a criminal pending case, I would definitely not apply. But if you do have a fellow, still call, see if you are otherwise eligible. What we do for some of the leads that we have that have done consultations with us is we'll keep them in the system, and we'll, try what's happening with the Biden rule and see if maybe in the future they'll be eligible, or if something gets released saying, oh, never mind. If you have, keeping those people in our system to monitor how it's playing out, and maybe they're not eligible right now because it's too risky, but maybe they'll be eligible after 2 to 3 months. We kind of see what's going on. Also, I want to warn you guys, Isabel and I have been following the Biden PIP, and the order is released. And there's always a federal law that sometimes happens afterwards that will stop these applications from processing. So something was filed in federal court today, which can, if granted, place an injunction on applications that will be filed after that order. So if a lawsuit is filed that it's pending, a judge on Monday can make the decision that they will no longer allow the Biden PIP, parole in place, to be for people to apply, and they'll stop those applications. So if you do have a possible case, I would call for a consultation. We are open for the next hour, and we can see if you qualify and try to get you in for a consultation to see if we can help you for the Biden PIP. But I would get on it quickly, because we're moving our cases, trying to move them pretty quickly after hearing about this morning. So definitely move quickly if you believe you're eligible. We have some more questions. What could happen with the lawsuit? Well, the lawsuit can stop the Biden PIP from moving forward. So those who might be eligible won't be able to apply. Let me see. So there's a lot of questions. Hold on. Hola, F4, se necesita cartas de buena fe de amigos y familiares. I'm sorry, I don't understand. No entiendo la pregunta. Si me puede hacer la pregunta otra vez. ¿Qué tiene pendiente que necesita cartas de buena fe? My court date is not till October 29th. Yeah, Ashley, or Ash, I would definitely wait for your court date and see how that plays out. Tengo una cita migratoria de miedo creíble. Por miedo ir, me pudieran arrestar. Ok, Edwin, depende todo en su situación. Está peleando un caso por asilo. Usted tiene que terminar ese proceso para ver qué va a pasar, ¿no? Cuando tiene una entrevista de creíble, miedo que creíble de su caso de asilo. So, no pueden deportar hasta que ellos toman una decisión de si ellos piensan que usted sí está creíble y que nosotros podemos allá, o con los Estados Unidos puede ayudar con el asilo. Okay, let's see. Okay, Reagan has a question. Hi, mi esposo no tiene récord criminal, pero trajo a su ex esposa y hijo en 2003. Eso es delito por PIP. Ok, usted es el inmigrante, ¿verdad? Si su esposo, pero trajo su ex esposa su hijo en 2003. Eso es el delito para PIP. Ok, perdón, no entiendo la pregunta. Si su esposo o su esposo trajo el ex esposo de él y el hijo, eso no se afecta su caso de inmigración. Él puede aplicar para usted. Okay. Perdón, otros. Do you do EB2, EB3? No, unfortunately, we don't do EB2, EB3. But we have, there is a firm in Texas, Villar and Garcia, Natalia Villar and Garcia, they do employment business visas. That is a whole different section of immigration. We focus on the family petitions, deportation proceedings, appeals, T visa, U visa, VAWA. We handle more of that versus the EB2, EB3s. Okay, let me see. Clarificar para VAWA. Okay. Leslie, mi mamá tuvo violencia familiar por parte de un hermano de 16 años. Ella tiene caso de reporte clarificar para VAWA. No, VAWA es solamente por los esposos del ciudadano o residente o los padres de un hijo ciudadano que está más de 21 años o un hijo menor de 21 años que tiene un padre que está ciudadano de los Estados Unidos, ciudadano o residente. Y tiene que enseñar domestic violence por esta manera. Si su mamá tuvo violencia familiar por parte de su hermano de 18 años, tal vez si hizo un reporte con la policía, podía ser la visa U. Ese es diferente de la VAWA. La VAWA es algo que salió por los familias que lo pueden pedir, pero no quería por el abuso o de qué pasó dentro de la relación. So sí. Well, let's see. Me dieron salidas voluntarias y me regresó, puede pedir. Está hablando, ok. Su hija, todo depende de su historia de inmigración. Porque tiene una hija que nació aquí en los Estados Unidos, no dice que puede aplicar por la residencia. Usted tiene que tener más ilegal, usted para pedir perdón por la entrada y por los años que está aquí sin papeles. El Biden PIP, el nuevo ley de Biden, no va a ayudar los padres que tienen hijos que están ciudadanos que están más de 21 años. No ayuda a esos. Solamente ayuda a los esposos que son de los Estados Unidos, son ciudadanos de los Estados Unidos. Ok. So, usted tiene que hacer una consulta con nosotros para ver qué usted puede aplicar, porque con solamente un hijo que tiene más de 21 años no le puede ayudar. Okay, question. 10 years ago, alcohol DUI. If you're talking about the Biden PIP, right now what they're saying is that a felony absolutely bars you from the Biden PIP. That's what they said on Monday. Now, they could release more information soon, or, the Federal Registry, which I haven't read fully, it's a huge document, could go into more detail, but that's what they said. That's what USCIS said on Monday, where a felony completely bars you and you will be denied for the Biden PIP. Now, if your DUI is a misdemeanor, then you shouldn't have an issue. If it is a aggravated DUI, which is a felony, then I would be more concerned. I do a lot of criminal analysis based on someone's criminal history to see if they can apply for certain relief. So maybe Perez, same last name as me, you can do a consult. We can try to, I can try to figure out and quote you on something where we can look at your criminal history and see if it'll be an issue for Biden PIP. Or you can do a consult, honestly, and I'll be looking more into the regulations the next week to really see how the criminal affects. Or you can just be on hold, right? And once we get more information about how the criminal history affects your eligibility, then we'll call you back and say, okay, we don't believe that the DUI is going to be an issue. Let's go file for the Biden PIP. But remember, there's a lawsuit that was officially filed today. So there is a urgency to file, if you can, as fast as possible, so that they don't stop people from applying, and which they can. Okay, let's see. Hace 2 semanas NBC aceptó los documentos. ¿Cuánto tiempo es la espera para la ciudad de Ciudad Juárez? Okay, todos los todo depende en el Ciudad Juárez. Creo que ahora mismo está cogiendo como 3 a 6 meses para sacar una cita con Ciudad Juárez. Ahora mismo no tenemos ningún caso en Ciudad Juárez, so yo no te puedo decir exactamente cuánto tiempo, pero Ciudad Juárez es uno de los más famosos, so creo que 3 a 6 meses. Okay, let's see. Ooh. Okay. Can I apply for PIP without the update? I'm worried PIP can get closed because of the lawsuit. You can apply for PIP without the update, but you are putting yourself at risk of being flagged by immigration. If you don't have anything pending and they don't know your whereabouts, then they don't know your whereabouts, right? They won't be able to possibly place you into deportation proceedings or potentially, deny your application. And maybe you have a prior removal order or whatever it may be, then they'll know that you're here and they'll detain you and deport you, right? Based on a reinstatement of removal. So I would be very careful. I'd be very careful in applying if you're not 100% sure that you're eligible and you have nothing else pending. Joanna, puede ir ok, puede ir que sale en mi pasaporte si tengo 42B aprobado o puedo hacer para renovar mi driver's license. Ok, Joanna, un 42B, 42B es complicado. Si tenía el final cita en frente de la corte y el juez dijo, sí, vamos a dar el 42B, usted no todavía está aprobado por 42B. Por los números que le dan cada año, los visas, solamente le dan creo que 5,000 o 10,000 por año y muchas personas están ganando lo 42B y normalmente las personas tienen que esperar 2 años para el aprobación actual. Con esa aprobación, ese dice que está residente en los Estados Unidos, pero también solamente con las notificaciones, depende del estado que está, usted puede sacar una licencia del estado. Por ejemplo, en Florida, yo vivo en Florida y usted puede ir a sacar la licencia en Florida solamente con los citas de la corte diciendo que tiene corte pendiente. No tiene que esperar por una aprobación de ninguna aplicación en Florida. Usted puede ir para coger la licencia. Reggie, I got married in 2023, and I changed my last name, but I haven't updated my citizen certificate. Can I? Of course, you can update your citizen certificate if you want. You have to get a proper name change to the Social Security Administration, and then your license, but you can definitely change your name if you want, to change your citizenship application, but you first have to legally change your name within the system. My mom left 12 years ago. I'm a citizen. Can I bring her legally? Yes, you can definitely bring her legally if you're over the age of 21 and she is outside. You can ask for her. More manners of like consular processing, which means you file a petition, establish a relationship between her and yourself. And then after that petition is approved, then you'll get a interview in the consulate, wherever she's living currently outside the United States, and she can come in. But it really depends on your mom's immigration history. If she left 12 years ago, it depends on if she was illegally here for a certain amount of years. So I would really call to see if and really analyze your mom's case to see if you're able to do that. If what happens with consular processing, it's different than when you're in the United States. You move forward with the interview and you can't apply for a waiver before that interview. So at the day of your interview, if your mom needs, maybe she has a permanent bar, and it's been 10 years, and so she, can apply for that's, the waiver that you can get for permanent bar, the I-212, with the 601. If you get that interview, she will get denied, and then you will have to apply for the waiver. So it's more of a waiting game. So it really depends on her history. Okay, let's see. Let's see some more questions. My mother-in-law came with political asylum and she left voluntarily 6 months ago. 6 months later, will she have a ban? No, she will not. Hold on. No, she will not have a ban, because when you enter with political asylum, even pending asylum, you have lawful presence. And so if 6 months later and without them making a decision on your asylum, you still have you've been here that time with lawful presence. The only time when you're going to get a 310 or permanent bar ban is the first part is if you've been here unlawfully for more than 180 days, or more than 180 days but less than a year, you're going to get a 3-year ban. Right? If you're more than a year and you leave, you're going to get a 10-year ban. If more than a year, leave, then come back illegally, you're going to get a permanent ban, which means you have to stay outside for 10 years until you can apply for a waiver for that permanent bar at the consulate. So that's why I say the permanent bar is a very harsh consequence for a lot of people in their immigration history. And it doesn't matter if you were a minor, because I know there's a lot of DACA applicants that have been here many years, and maybe in their childhood, they went back to their home country, normally Mexico, and then re-entered. You have triggered the permanent bar, and those permanent bars make a lot of DACA applicants ineligible for residency, which is unfortunate. So there are alternatives to seeking residency with a permanent bar. VAWA, T, and U visa do have special waivers to waive the permanent bar. So if you are a DACA applicant with a permanent bar, please call us to see if you have a potential case for a TU or VAWA. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Any messages? Okay. Reggae. I got married at 23. I changed my last name, but I haven't updated my citizenship certificate. Can I apply for PIP? Okay. Right. You are asking for your spouse that is an immigrant. Is that what it is? Applying for my husband. Okay. So your husband is undocumented. You honestly don't have to change last name in order for immigration to realize that you have a bona fide marriage. Um, so if you don't have to do, so it really depends on your husband's. You already did it. Okay, that's you can update your citizen on my social. Okay, so you can submit a. Let me see what the form is called. It's a special form application for replacement of naturalization. It's an N565. It's the N565, and you can update your naturalization certificate if you naturalized here in the United States. If you were born here and you just wanted to update your passport, you would just have to do that with the government, the U.S. government. Yeah. Honestly, I'm worried too that the PIP will be banned. You don't have to change your citizenship certificate for them to realize that you're a citizen. You can submit the documents, and worst case scenario, they ask you for more information, right? But at least you have it pending, is what I'm suggesting for people that have a clean background and don't have any criminal history, entered once, and are maybe going down the route of a 601A provisional waiver. I would apply now, even if you don't have any of the documents or you don't have the majority of the documents. Like, make sure you try to get the 10-year presence. That's really important. The more you have, the better. Maybe you don't have, bank statements from 10 years ago, but maybe you can get affidavits from members or cousins or employers. I know that this person has been here since whatever year because he's worked for me for these last 10 years and he's never, disappeared. So that's a great way to, if you don't have any other documents, that's a great way to replace it. Much blessings. Thank you for answering my questions. Immigration related questions. Um, we ran out of time, so we do these every day for the reasons that sometimes clients or potentials just need a quick 1-2 minute response, and that's why we have these lives to really inform the community of the new stuff that's coming out, what you need to watch out for, what you need to be concerned about, and just normal questions about paroles and permanent bars, anything. This is why we're here on these lives. Yes, you need to call us for a consultation so we can see if you are eligible for any type of relief. If you're seeking for a family member, call us so that we can help your family member. Okay. One more last question, because I just saw it pop up. Could I make the application myself, or do I need to pay more fees to my lawyer to file it? It really just depends on your attorney. It depends on their system. If you're working on your case, it really depends on their fees. If they're going to ask you for more attorney fee, it does take a lot of work to collect these documents. If you have a clear issues, criminal history there is none, and you only have one unlawful entry, and there's no immigration history, no violations or anything like that, you can definitely apply on your own online. But if you do have a complex history, you're not sure if you're eligible, you don't feel secure doing it on your own, that's why we're here. Just don't hire a notary, okay? That is the unlawful practice of law. Notaries are not licensed, okay? They don't have a license to do law. They actually can't practice law without a license. And even just filling out a form is practicing law, because you are putting that client in danger. Just in case they're not eligible, you're putting them in danger. So I would be very careful with these notarios, these notaries. We had a recent client that came to us that a notary really messed up her case, and we're fixing it. So I would be very careful with these notarios. Attorneys can lose their license for doing something fraudulent or wrong, right? If they're really blatantly wrong, we can lose our license. Notarios can't. They don't have a license to lose. They will continue defrauding others along the road, because for them, it's just making money, right? So you want to make sure you hire an attorney that knows what they're doing. And there's a lot of great attorneys out there. Obviously I'm going to say I'm one of them, because I am. And so I would be careful with who you're communicating with. If they're attorneys, tell them to, give them, give me your bar information, give me your license. They should be licensed in one of the 50 states of the United States, and they should tell you your license. I'm licensed in Florida. You can look me up on the Florida Bar website. I am licensed in Florida. And you can see that I am in good standing. You can see that with any attorney in any state, if they're in good standing, if they ever had complaints against them. So again, don't hire these notarios that are charging you like $120 or $200 to submit something online, because they have no idea if they could have any immigration consequences on your behalf. So hire an attorney. You can check by just asking them. You say, where are you licensed? Are you an attorney licensed in the United States? And they should be able to say yes or no. Okay, where are you licensed? Florida. Okay, you can Google, if they're in Florida, you can Google the Florida Bar, and you can look up attorneys that are licensed in that state. And just by first and last name, and you will see contact information. On most of these state bars. If you don't see that, that means that they're not licensed. So I would tell them, where are you licensed, and can you please give me, right? That's all I have time for today. We will be back every day to ask questions. Thank you for like our pages, subscribe, because that's when you'll get notified that we're going on live, and then you can jump in and questions that maybe I didn't have time to answer today. Okay. So thank you for joining, and I will see you guys next time. Isabel will be on Monday.